What does a snowman eat for breakfast? Frosted flakes. And this is Balloon Animal lesson number 50. Hello Balloon World, I'm Michael Floyd, your balloon twister, and today I want to teach how to make a snowflake. A lot of you have been asking me to teach how to make a snowflake, but snowflakes are hard, so this is an advanced design. But don't worry, I'm going to break it down for you. I have confidence that with a little bit of practice, you can do this. Let me show you how to make it. For this design, you're going to need 4 balloons. I'll be using blue 160s for my snowflake. I use a 160 because it makes the snowflake look a little bit more delicate, and I'm going to be using blue because, as many of you have noticed, white doesn't look so good against a white background. Get your first blue 160 and inflate it about 3/4 of the way. Let a little air out and tie. Give the balloon a good stretch. Support with the 160 so they don't pop on us. We're going to want to twist 9 sections that are each the same length. We want them to be about 3 inches, maybe 3.5 inches in length. To make sure they're the same length, I fold it over, and where that knot meets the balloon, I twist it right there. So now I can see that these two are the same length. I can do that again by folding it over, twisting it here, and I can see that these two now are the same length. I can hold it up high, twist it down here, and see that now these two are the same length. Now I have 4 sections that are the same length, but I need 5 more. So, once you have 4, you can move the balloon up, align it here at the top, grab it, twist it at the bottom where they align, and now I can see that these are the same length. Now I'm at 6, just 3 more. There's number 7, number 8, number 9. So now when we count them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, oops, I miscounted. 9. Always important to double check your numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now we have 9. Now we can take that knot, we can twist it into there, wrap it around a couple of times, because we don't want that coming undone on us. The reason we want 9 is because we're going to make 3 triangles. So we can take that knot, count 3 sections over, and twist it into the knot. We have our first triangle right there. Count another 3 sections over, and that should make the remaining 2 triangles. Now you can see we have 3 triangles and a little bit of scrap. With that scrap there on the end, we want to make 2 large pinch twists. A pinch twist is just a large bubble where we twist one side of it into the other. You do that by grabbing it, pulling it, and twisting it. So there, I have 1 large pinch twist to hold those in place because I want them to be nice and flat. So you can see they're nice and flat, pinch twist holds it. Right now the rest of the balloon scrap on the other end is holding it in place, but I don't want this sticking out. So I'm going to turn that into another large pinch twist. I'm going to twist off a bubble. I'm going to twist it in there. There we go. Okay. Now I have this part here I don't want. What I can do is I can push the air up to the top, I can pop it, and I can take that and just sort of work it in there to hide it away. So you should have something that looks a little bit like this right now. 3 triangles with a bubble on each side, and it should be laying pretty flat. Now we can move on to our next step. Get your next 160 and inflate it about halfway. Let a little air out and tie. Give the balloon a nice stretch. Stretching helps prevent it from popping. It also makes it longer so you have more balloon to work with. We're going to want to twist a small 1/2-inch bubble at the top, and then we want to twist 2 more 1-inch bubbles, and we want to twist this section into this section. So it should look like this. Now we're going to take that balloon and we're going to work it through the seam. And what that does is it squares off those little bubbles right there, turning them into little pinch twists. Then we want to go a small section down, maybe another 1/2-inch bubble. Give the balloon a nice squeeze and a stretch. And then we want to twist 2 sections that are each 3 inches. Twist this section into this section. And now, this is a little hard, pull them and twist them in opposite ways. And they should turn into little tiny flower petals. Right there, that's the hard part. The bad news is you gotta do that 5 more times. Just a small 1-inch bubble down, and you're gonna wanna twist 2 very small pinch twists. Like really small. See how small those are? Then I twist them together. I roll through the seam. And I have 2 very tiny pinch twists. Now, I need to twist a section here, but this section here needs to be the same length as one of these sections here is on top. So you're going to want to measure it. Figure out how wide that needs to be, because it needs to extend from one corner to the other. So you can see this here, a little short. There we go. So you can see that one there is about as wide as that one. It needs to fit right there. Once you have one of these, it becomes easier. Now, just like we did this little piece here, we need to do another one on the other side, but in reverse order. So we start with the 2 tiny pinch twists. Roll them over. Twist them through the seam. And we have 2 very tiny pinch twists. Now we make our little 1-inch bubble. Give the balloon a squeeze. Stretch. Twist your 3-inch sections. Pull them. Twist them in opposite directions. We have our flower petals. Now we're going to go up a section. We're going to twist our 2 small bubbles that we're going to pinch twist. We're going to twist the balloon through the seam. There we go. And you notice we have a lot left over. That's good. You don't want to run out because then you have to use a second balloon to finish it. Better to have too much than too little. Twist a small bubble there so that these 2 here, on this side and on this side, they should look pretty similar, about the same size. So I need it to be about that big. So I'm going to pop it here at the end. I'm going to twist a small bubble off. I'm going to pinch it, pop it, hold it down here, let the air out, and now I can tie it right there. Now if you have scissors, you can trim that off. If you don't have scissors, wrap it around your finger, and pull it, and then you can let it go, and it's a lot smaller. So there's our first piece. Now we get to make this 2 more times. You need 3 of these. Once you have 3 of them, it's time to move on to the next step. But it's important to notice that these here, the sections on the bottom, should be the same length. I actually used the first one I made to measure against when I was twisting the other 2. It's now time to assemble our snowflake. Get the base that you built and get one of your sections. We're going to take one of the pinch twists and we're going to feed it through one of the creases here. Be gentle. You don't need to twist it around, you just need to sort of slip this over one of the pinch twists. Do the same on the other side, on one of the other sides of the triangle. Now you want to position it to where this piece completes this triangle here. And then adjust the pinch twist so that they hold the little ornate parts out. There we go. You can sort of see how the snowflake is going to come together now. Get your next part. Do the same thing on the next 2. Now, if you are good about making sure that your triangles had the same length sides, this should lay pretty flat. If not, that might be something you need to practice on. This only works if all of these segments are the same length. But now we just adjust the ornate ends. You want your pinch twist to lay flat. And you want to position the ornate ends so that they're flat with the rest of the snowflake. There we go. All right. So there we go. one for Balloon Snowflake, and I think it looks pretty good. This actually reads really well from a distance, and it looks pretty good up close too. And we're finished with our Balloon Snowflake. Balloon Snowflake fight! How did yours come out? Let me know in the comments below, or you can send me a picture of it through Facebook or Twitter. Do you have a suggestion for next week's balloon animal lesson? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, why not click that like button? Can't get enough balloons? Why not subscribe to my channel? I do balloon animal lessons every Monday, and on Wednesdays, I do my balloon challenge series, Balloon Win Fell, where people challenge me to make cool things out of balloons. I'm Michael Floyd, your balloon twister. For more balloon twisting instructions, check out my website, balloon-animals.com.